Hello and welcome back. Today we will start our new chapter number 2, nutrition in animals. In previous video I have explained you about nutrition in plants, that how plants prepare their food, what are the different modes of their food intake. In this chapter we will discuss about the nutrition in animals, that what are the modes of their food intake and how they utilize their food for performing different body functions. So first of all, see here, animals directly or indirectly depends upon plants for their food. Means plants are the basic or main source of food for animals. Okay, some of the animals directly depend on plants for their food, whereas some other animals indirectly depend on plants for their food. So the animals who directly depend on plants for their food are herbivore, and the animals who are indirectly depend on plant for their food are carnivore. Okay, next up, see, modes of intake of food varies in organism. Okay, as in chapter number 1, nutrition in plants, I have told you that there are two basic mode of food intake for plants, which are autotrophs and heterotrophs. But in animals there are various modes of food intake. Okay, see here, first bees. Okay, bees sucks nectar. How bees intake their food? They used to suck the nectar. Nectar, what are nectar? Nectars are the sweet juice of fruits. Next is snake. Okay, snake swallows animals. Okay, how snake intake their food? They directly swallow up their food. Next is infants. Infants depends on mother's milk. Okay, infants of human beings, cows, cows, cat, dog. Okay, they depends on their mother's milk. Okay, next, aquatic creatures or aquatic organism. Tiny food particles floating nearby. Okay, how they intake their food? They intake their food by what type of food? Tiny food particles. Okay, they intake tiny food particles which used to float nearby them. Next up, we'll see digestion in human. Okay, so in digestion in human, alimentary canal and secretory gland are the two main and very important aspects of digestion in human. Okay, alimentary canal includes buccal cavity, food pipe or oesophagus, stomach, and small intestine, large intestine, and then last is anus. Whereas secretory glands, salivary gland, liver, pancreas are the important points in this. Okay, so alimentary canal and secretory glands plays a very important role in the food digestion in human beings. Okay, without alimentary canal and secretory glands, the digestion of food is impossible. So first of all, I will tell you about alimentary canal and then I will tell you about secretory gland. In alimentary canal, buccal cavity, food pipe or oesophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus are the parts which perform the function of digestion. Okay, one by one I will tell you that which part performs what function. Okay, and secretory gland. If we will talk about secretory gland, salivary gland which is in our mouth, and liver, and then pancreas. Secretory gland means they secrete a special type of gland or juice which are helpful in digestion of our food. So salivary gland secretes salivary gland secretes saliva, liver secretes bile juice, and pancreas secretes pancreatic juice, which are helpful in the digestion of food. Okay, next up, first point under alimentary canal is buccal cavity. Okay, buccal cavity is our mouth. Okay, the food is taken into the body through our mouth, and the process of taking food into our body is called ingestion. Okay, the process of taking food into our body is called ingestion. Okay, and this happens through our mouth. First, food is taken into our mouth and then it goes to our stomach through food pipe. Okay, we chew the food in our mouth and then we swallow up, and that swallowed food travels through our food pipe and then reaches to the stomach. Next thing in our mouth is teeth. Okay, so basically there are 4 types of teeth: incisors, canine, premolars and molars. Okay, what are the functions of these 4 types of teeth? See here, incisor, cutting and biting teeth. Okay, incisors, the frontmost teeth are known as incisors, and what they helps in doing, they used to cut and bite the food. Okay, for cutting and biting of food we use incisors. After incisors there are sharp teeth which are known as canines. Okay, canines are used for piercing and tearing teeth. Okay, here I have to write piercing and tearing teeth. Piercing and tearing teeth. Okay, these sharp teeth after incisors are known as canines, which are helpful in piercing and tearing of the food. Next, after our sharp teeth, premolars come. Okay, premolars teeth are helpful in chewing and grinding of the food. After premolars, the last teeth in our mouth are known as molars, and they are the bigger one, which are known as grinding teeth for food. Okay, next up, after types of teeth, I will tell you what is tooth decay. Okay, leftover food remains in between our teeth. Okay, leftover food remains between our teeth, and they releases a acid which creates bacteria in our mouth and which affects our teeth badly, and slowly they damage our teeth, which is known as tooth decay. So to prevent our teeth from getting destroyed, what we can do, there are easy and simple methods by which we can save our tooth. First is twice your teeth in a day and rinse your mouth after every meal. As I have written here, brush your teeth twice a day and rinse your mouth after every meal. These are the 2 precautions, easy precautions by which you can save your teeth by getting decayed.